All right. I must first of all thank you for joining me in my first Facebook Live. I am so excited and I'm also very scared because I haven't done this before. And today I decided to share a part of my story because I actually promised myself to no longer hide, to just show up and to be brave and wholehearted. No more protecting myself. Because I truly believe that when we deny our story, it defines us. And when we own the story, and that's when we can write a brave new ending. And that's where I am today, trying to share with you some things that are really, really close to me. And I'm excited to reveal small parts of myself that I've never done before. So if you don't know me, I am Farah Ismail. I am a courage catalyst, and I inspire and I coach women to unlock courage and to find that incredible genius inside of them. I'm very passionate about my work because I love helping people write their brave new stories because that can be incredibly fulfilling both professionally and personally. So many of you know that I've had years and years of experience behind me. I've had the fortune of traveling across the world, working across cultures, helping organizations and various other leaders to do exactly this, to find their courage and to lead courageously. And you would think nothing would faze me, but today I'm trying to flex my courage muscle and share parts of me that are very important to share. So for me, life has been really, really interesting. I've had an amazing life so far, but of course, like many of us, lots of roller coasters. So I want to share just a couple of wake-up calls that I had in my life because all of us face adversity in our lives, and I'm no exception. So I want to share one wake-up call that I had in 2006. That's when I actually woke up and looked at myself and I found that I couldn't recognize myself. I had lost my essence of who Farah was. And of course, there were a series of incidents before that. And some of you know that I've had a very rich life so far. So I had a very traumatic experience of losing a child, my first child, followed by a marriage that wasn't working. And I had to then let go of that marriage. It followed with a painful divorce and all the other things that come with it, the emotions of heartbreak, pain, grief, loss, all that came with it. And of course, I started fresh. It was incredibly difficult because I had lost all my friends at that time and I had no financial independence. But what I had with me, and I still have, is my most beautiful second daughter, Sama, and an amazingly supportive family. And this essential two ingredients in my life, which was, the eyes with which I view the world, the hope that I look at the world, that hope to view my life differently, and this essential ingredient of courage to start fresh and to just get strong and get confident, and especially to be a very strong mother for Sama and be a role model. And that's when I even started my company, Interact Consulting. That's a leadership consultancy. And for me, I did that because I wanted to express myself fully through my work. And while I kept aside all my emotions and all the things that came with it, work was very, very interesting. I think I was very fortunate because I want to I'm humbled and grateful because I had some incredible mentors who held my hand when I needed it the most. Thank you all. You know who you are. Yeah. And I also associated myself with clients and colleagues who resonated with my values. So they kept me really staying focused, staying learning, and just being wholehearted. It was a great journey. It looked great on paper. I must tell you, my life looked beautiful. People saw me traveling to Australia, Singapore, Bahrain. I traveled all over the world on work. It looked fantastic on paper. However, it was very different for me, and that's what I wanted to share. So I kept fooling myself, pretending that I was very, very strong while I was weak, and the fact that I was very confident when I was insecure. And that really comes with all these, when you have experiences in your life when you start protecting yourself. And I didn't realize I was doing that. And so I had become very good at doing that. I had put up walls and very strong armor that protected me really beautifully. And I didn't even realize I was doing that for a long time. But there is a cost to that because you're not able to actually show up and be seen like that. And I had the second wake up call when, again, I looked at myself and I didn't recognize who this was. I just didn't understand what was buried inside, what actually made me who I am then. So I think that that was a wake up call that shifted everything for me because that is when I decided, that's when I made a decision that I will take control, I will choose me. And I did a few things that really worked for me. The first thing I did was, I love learning. Many of you know that it's something that I really enjoy. So the first thing I did was really focus on my personal growth. So I did work on somatics, on positive psychology, on mindset. I think it really strengthened who I am. And of course, I have some great partners in the journey so far. And then I also realized I can't do it alone. So I chose to have a coach for myself. And my coach helped me to see things that I had never seen before and to play it full. And that was another turning point in my life when I decided to play it full. And every day, that's what I decided to do. And that has been my most interesting journey of growing into who I am today. And many of us think that courage is something that we can have every day. It's an evolution, it's a growth journey that I'm also doing and helping others as well. So I wanted to share this part of me that I have started revealing so much more and unlocking and removing all these big walls that I had put on. And it feels like I have freedom. I have been able to deal with those emotions that I had just put aside. And so that's really what has shifted for me. And I have become a lot more wholehearted. And I am humbled now and committed to help others, other women to actually choose and have this life where they can live bravely, love deeply, and really enjoy this life. I'm really excited to share this with you. And that's really where I am, daring greatly. I, I recently wrote a few lines and I want to share that with you. I wrote a few lines on daring greatly because I decided I'm going to lay it bare. There's no more of hiding, right? Because I was always trying to build a bridge over all those tender and hard parts of my life. And I was taking shortcuts. Well, you can't do that. We really have to deal with them. We have to go through it. And so that's been my journey over the last, say, 5 years when I've been going through this and uncovering parts of me that have been fantastic. So I want to share a few lines I wrote about